Hello friends, and welcome to my crafty space where I share my memory keeping projects and processes with all of you. If this is your first time here, then hello and welcome. My name is Krystal and I am so excited that you are here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see all of my future crafty videos, and any of the products or links that I mention in this video I will put in that description box down below. So today I am starting a new project. I'm going to be using the Ali Edwards Digital Stories by the Month that was released in March of 2020. So you can check out those products there. I printed them out already and have everything ready to go. So this new project, you guys, I love working in traveler's notebooks, and I honestly haven't worked in one in a while. So I decided to pull out a traveler's notebook and start putting it to use. For those of you who are new to me, something that you probably don't know is that my family is obsessed with our local zoo. So we are zoo members, and we try to go once every month throughout the year. We've been members now, I want to say, for 3 years, and the closest we've gotten to all 12 months is 8 out of the 12. So this year, 2020, it is like our number one goal as a family is to get to the zoo once a month. So to help us document our visits, I am going to be creating a traveler's notebook page for each of the times we go, and I've decided to highlight a specific animal or a specific creature that we went and visited during that time. So today I am getting us started and working on our first visit of the year from January. So I decided for this trip, for this visit, to highlight their butterfly house. So we actually, in January here in Michigan, it's pretty cold and dreary, but we actually made it to the zoo on a pretty nice day, which we got really lucky. So we got to see quite a few animals up close and personal, which made choosing which animal to highlight really difficult. I think we were the closest to the zebras I've ever been, and they were like play fighting right in front of us. It was just our family standing there, my husband, myself, and our 2 kids, and nobody else. So it was like super special. We also went and visited the giraffes in their house, which like you get to stand basically right next to them. We went and saw the rhinos in their house, but the butterfly house is where we spent the most time. Mostly because it was warm, and also because our kids just really loved running around and trying to find all the butterflies. A fun fact that I didn't know is that when it's cloudy, apparently butterflies are not very active, even if they are in an inside enclosure. So we didn't know that, and it was fairly cloudy. So it was kind of fun to play hide and seek with the butterflies. Okay, so anyway, I have this traveler's notebook that I have been hoarding for a long time. This is a traveler's notebook that I believe was from Feed Your Craft. I'm like 99.9% sure it was Feed Your Craft, and it is definitely no longer available. I think I've had this for, gosh, I don't even know, you guys. Probably not a whole year, but a while. So I decided to pull it out of my stash and get this one used to document our zoo visits. Plus it's like maps and stuff, and I don't know, that made sense to me. So I am going to go ahead and get started. I think this one's not going to take very long, so I will just make it somewhat of a chatty video, if that's okay with all of you. So what did I do? Once I picked my pictures, I also went through the digital elements and picked out 2 of the cards. So this is a 3x4 card in the Ali Edwards kit, and I turned it into a 4.25 by 8.25 paper, and then I just printed it on plain white cardstock. I did the same thing with this one. This one was sized at a 4x6, so I put it at the top, and then I just made the rest of it white, and my plan is to put my picture right in the middle of it with a flip out so that you can see the additional pictures underneath, and then I added my journaling to the bottom. So this is going to be really easy. So the first thing I need to do besides set these apart aside, is create my flip out. So I know that I want this big butterfly picture on the top, and then I want it to flip open to show my kids by the like water section. And then there's one more butterfly picture that we got up in the leaves. So what I need to debate on here is which direction I want this to flip. So I will probably do some kind of title page here. And honestly, this book is pretty big. So if it gets too full, I can take some of the pages out and use them in a different book. If it doesn't get too full and I'm okay with it, then I could probably put more than 1 year in this same book. So this is going to be the page I'm working on. This is going to go here, and I will just tape it straight in my book with the pictures. So the pictures go all the way to the edge. So the question is, do I want the flip? Should the flip go this way, or should it flip to the inside? I'm almost debating on it flipping to the inside, just as something a little different. I think I might do that. Okay. And hopefully that will work out. I guess we'll find out, right? And then this one will go over here on this side. So it will be like this. And it will look super pretty. Okay. So let's get to work on the flip out first. Okay, so I need a piece of cardstock at the same length. And I don't remember what the length of this is, so let me go ahead and get that measured. Okay, so it is just under 6. So I'm thinking I will do 5.5 inches for my flip out piece. And I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper. I will cut it at 2 inches wide and 5.5 inches long. Let's go right there. Okay, so now since I want this to fold, you know what? I'm going to try something different. I lied. I'm going to try something different. Let me go grab a piece of paper. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm going to try instead of using spare cardstock is I'm just going to use some printer paper because I don't want to add too much bulk to this book, and I want it to fold really flat. And my friend Lisa told me that she uses copy paper to do her flips, and I thought that that was brilliant. So let's give that a try because I just haven't had a chance to. So I'm going to lightly score this because I don't want to rip it since it is much thinner than cardstock paper. And let's fold that. Okay, so that's good. And this is going to become my flip piece. So where are we at here? Okay, so this one is going to go on the bottom section. So I'm going to get out my roller adhesive. I use the permanent Tombow Mono dot roller. It allows me to reposition if I need to. I will say that when I am doing, when I am doing a project that is, okay, that's probably a bad idea. Okay, let's rethink this, Krystal. Okay, when I am doing a project that I want to be like sturdier, I will tend to use score tape rather than my roller adhesive, just because I know that it has a stronger hold, especially stronger than the dots. I don't know why, but I mean, I guess that's why I use them, is to help hold it. Okay, so let's do the next section. So this is going to be the inside of what flips out, which is going to be this picture of my kids. So here's a tip. Instead of trying to line it up here and stick it down to this side, what I like to do is to layer them on top of each other, so as if they were closed. and then I pull down the flip section and adhere it to the back. That way I know when it flips open that it is the same, what do I want to say? It's the same, like it's positioned the same. Let's say it that way. Okay. So now for this second part, this is where I will use my score tape instead of my roller. Now this tape that I'm using right now is a 1/4 inch thick. I also have an 1/8 of an inch. This is just what I grabbed first. Shoot. Speaking of strong, let me just go ahead and put you on there crooked. Okay, there we go. Let's fix that. At least I didn't adhere it down to the copy paper yet. Okay. And I just rip it off. Yep. So this way I know that the packet will stay stuck down. I will also use my score tape when I tape in the pages into my traveler's notebook, just so that I feel secure knowing that they are in there really good. All right, is there sticky stuff on here? Because that would be also really great. Okay, I think that. I don't need you guys sticking to each other. Okay. I should have checked that before I put my picture face down, because this photo paper likes to stay permanently adhered to whatever touches it. Okay. All right, so now this is flipping that way, so I know that these two need to adhere together like so. Perfect. Okay, so there is that, and then it will flip open. Okay, next I want to put this onto the paper itself. So again, I'm going to grab out the score tape. That way I know it is stuck down really good. It doesn't bother me if it doesn't go all the way to the edge. It will hold it good enough. Okay. Okay. And one more, there we go. Okay, so this is going to go right in the middle. Thinking like right here. Yep, let's do it. So let's stick you down. Okay, good. And then that flips open that way. Also good. And the only other thing I might do is trim off any excess on this side, which looks like I have just a little bit. Okay. Might have been a tiny bit crooked. That is okay though. All right, so that takes care of that. Next, I have another supply I want to go grab real quick, and I will be right back with that. Okay, so I went and grabbed two things really fast. The first is a old box of toaster pastries that I'm going to use to try to make some faux chipboard. And the other is my container full of tab stickers. These were from Illustrated Faith. I have looked them up and they are no longer available as a sticker, but they do still have them available as like cardstock that you can adhere back to back. So they look the same, they're just not stickers. I think that these were Studio Calico and they may still have some of these left. Anyway, so I'd like to get a tab to potentially put right at the top of the photo so that you know it turns. This, I had one of my subscribers, sorry, let's get crumbs everywhere too. I had one of my subscribers suggest using an old box to make chipboard rather than having to layer a bunch of cardstock. So I am going to give that a try. Okay, So let's just open up this box and cut a piece out to use. That should be good. Set the rest of that to the side. All right. It's always nice to like recycle some stuff too, right? All right, so maybe we'll use this piece. Because I also printed out this little chipboard piece that says "Live Simply, Bloom Wildly," and I want to put it kind of in the middle of this page. I might leave a little bit of a white outline around it just to help it pop. Get that cut out. Because I feel like if I just make it green, it might not pop out. So I think I might just leave a little bit of white. So I'm going to round out those corners. And then we will try it out on this cardboard box. I guess it's cardstock because, right, there's a difference between cardboard and cardstock. So I am going to adhere this guy down onto the box material. And just to give it a little bit of added dimension, I might do more than one layer. I guess we'll see how I feel. Okay, I probably don't need this glue. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll see how I feel. If it's fat enough or if I want it to pop up more. But with cardstock, when I do it with plain white cardstock, I usually will do like 5 or 6 layers of paper. So if this means I only have to do like 2, then that's a win in my book. And I love that it recycles the boxes that would normally just get thrown away. So that is really awesome. Okay, here we go. Here is layer 2. Again, this is going in a traveler's notebook, so I probably don't want it to be too bulky. So this is probably all I will do, is just 2 layers to give it some dimension. And then that will be good. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. So that is a win. Thank you. Thank you for that suggestion, because that's awesome. All right, so let's put this guy on there. The rest of this is going to be really easy. So let's do some of this. Yep, and then we shall, come on. We're gonna use my tweezers. They're like one of my favorite tools ever because it just helps me to see what the heck I'm doing here. Okay, we're gonna stick that right in the middle. Yes, love it. Okay, I pulled out some puffy hearts just in case. Where did those? I'm gonna keep that for sure. That is getting kept. All right, so let's look for a tab here. Some of these are like Bible themed, which is not a bad thing, just not necessarily what I'm looking for. I like these, but I think that they're too like fat. They come up too high. Okay, new. Kind of like that, although I don't necessarily love the opposite. New. That's got green. The green's nice. And the teal, although that's backwards. Okay. Okay, that's kind of nice. Wrong teal. Not quite right. No. Oh, I kind of like that. That might be better. Okay. Yeah, I definitely like the greens. That's actually really nice right there. Or this one that matches. Okay, that might be what I do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's put all these away. So I have a ton of these. These I found at the Illustrated Faith ones. I found at my local Michael's when they were clearanced. So I got them for like $2, and it was for sheets of like, for like 6 sheets. So it was a total win. I wonder if I should stamp something in there. What could I stamp? Is there something in here? I just got some new stamps from Allie. All right, what do we have here? Like, does this fit? Not really. Stories. Okay, so maybe not this one. All right, let me go look for a good stamp to put in there, and then I will come back. Okay, you guys, so I decided I'm going to pull out my currently stamp. This was from the Week in the Life project last year, so that would have been in 2019. And I am going to pull off one that says watching and one that says maybe learning. Watching and learning. I like that. Okay, so then I'm going to use my scrapbook.com premium dye ink. And I have this tiny little circle stamp block. This is probably my favorite stamp block that I own. It's from scrapbook.com too, and it's just perfect because it is so small. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I love it. So we got watching and okay, where'd that go? There it is. So I definitely don't want to lose these little itty bitty ones. So watching and learning. I'll go on the other side. Perfect. Okay. All right, there we go. Watching and learning. Because that is exactly what we were doing. We were watching and learning from the butterflies. Okay, let's put that away. And we'll put that away. Okay, that goes back in the bag. So, move you out of the way. Move you out of the way. And we'll grab this off. So what I want to do is add this, thinking like right up here. Maybe like that. Yes. Okay. All right, watching and learning. Perfect. Okay, let's put these in the book, and then we'll decide if I want any hearts, but we'll put them in the book first. So all I'm going to do for this part is grab back over that score tape, and I'm going to go all the way around the pages. So I'll probably speed this up for you guys until I get to the point of putting them in the book, because this part's boring. Okay, you guys, let's do this. So I am going to put in this paper one first. And what I want to do is leave just a little bit on the side. I'm going to end up probably trimming off a portion over here. That's okay with me, because I want this album to close nicely. And that is something I have learned in my time of doing these. Let me try to get you in here straight. actually, shoot, too late. All right, it's in. Okay, that definitely went in crooked. And actually, I have extra over here. Interesting. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? So I have extra down at the bottom, but not extra at the side. That is interesting. Oh. Okay, let's... cut that off the bottom. Huh, okay, so when I set this one in, what would happen if I put you all the way to the edge? Let's find out. And hopefully, because that will make this even easier if I don't have to worry about that. I think that is going to be okay. All right, and then that will open up into that, which I like having the pattern behind it. All right. Yeah, that, oop, I got it a little bit crooked. Okay, well, you know what, you guys, progress over perfection, right? Okay, so here we go. There is what this spread looks like for January. It's really pretty, I think. Do I want any, like, hearts in here? I don't know. I could put like a yellow one over here. Put one of these like dark green ones. And then maybe, what would it look like if I put, oop, that's too big. If I put one of the small purple to bring in that purple from over there. Didn't really think this through. I don't really like the purple. Okay, so what if instead I did no. Okay, what kind of green do I have there? Okay, so what if I did a large lighter green and a small darker green? Okay, I like that. So we'll do that. There's my hearts. All right, and with that, we are done. So my journaling, all it says down here is that we went on January 26th. I said we loved visiting the butterfly house at the zoo this month. While the butterflies were not super active, we still got to see quite a few of them up close. We learned that even though they live in a warm house, they're still not typically active on a cloudy gray day. We had fun trying to find them. So, and that is that. So, January's zoo visit is in the books, and I will be back on another Saturday to go ahead and fill out the February trip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up down below. Lets me know to keep making videos like this one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let me know if you guys are currently working on any projects inside of a traveler's notebook. I would love to know how many of you out there are also giving this size a try, or if it's something that you always do. Until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye now.